What's up, guys? This is Aiden over here at Missed Triggers, and I have a confession to make. I realized that I missed a ton of new cards from Edge of Eternities that I'm super stoked to talk about, so let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to go ahead and start off here with Sammy, Ship's Engineer. This guy is a 4-mana 2/4 Human Artificer in Boros colors. At the beginning of your instep, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. This guy honestly doesn't seem too powerful to me. Maybe depending on what robot support, there's some stuff there, but for where it exists right now, this seems like an effect that we've seen a lot of at more efficient ways, where essentially you meet a condition in Boros, you're going to get some type of token at 4 mana. That kind of seems like a lot for this effect at this point, so I don't see this making the biggest impact. But going ahead and moving on, something that I missed about the lands that I wanted to quickly go over is the fact that we're going to see galaxy foils for the basic lands. Again, those lands look incredible, whether you're going with the very nationalistic Americana looking one to the one that looks like it has the laser sword from Halo in it. I think that's the Swamp, if I remember right. I think those cards are going to look absolutely stunning in Galaxy Foils, and I somehow missed as well that we are going to be getting a main set standard reprint of the enemy Shocklands. The highlight of those being Breeding Pools, at least the one that goes for the most money typically. But seeing the Shocklands in standard again is going to be big. The fact that we're seeing the enemy ones again in a standard set makes me think that they're going to be printing the allied ones as well in a standard set coming soon. That's really exciting stuff to see, I feel, and I can't wait to see what these look like in terms of the alternate treatments that I found online. The only ones that I've seen are the just base treatments of these, but I'm hopeful that they're going to give them some kind of cool alternate version as well, and that's going to be really cool to see. The next thing that I want to go ahead and go over are the commanders. That's pretty much everything that we know from the main set, and some of the other stuff that I didn't go over last time are specifically surrounding the commanders that we got revealed. These are the face commanders for the 2 commander precon decks that we're going to get. The first one is Kylo, Apogee Mind. He is a Jeskai 3/3 robot artificer with haste, and whenever Kilo becomes tapped, proliferate. This card seems like it's going to be busted. We've been seeing all kinds of cool Jeskai artifact commanders recently, all kinds of Jeskai commanders that do something powerful on some type of condition. Tapping is not very difficult, particularly in a format like Commander. I'm really curious to see what cards they're going to be printing in this. Having a proliferate base commander is pretty much always going to be busted, even without green. This might become the new energy commander. We already have some of those in Jeskai, obviously. I think Satya is the name of the main one from that we got back in Modern Horizons 3. But I could see this guy taking a chunk there. I could see people doing +1/+1 counter decks in Jeskai. I could see people making Planeswalkers with this instead of Commodore Guff in those colors. I think this is going to be a card that does make some impact at your local game store. The next card is, and I'm probably going to butcher this pronunciation, but Cesarel Genesis Shepherd. It is a 5-mana Jund 2/5 insect druid with flying. You may play lands from your graveyard, and whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Trizel's power on up to 1 other target creature. This is combining a lot of the things Jund likes to do: graveyard, lands, +1/+1 counters, power matters. There's a lot of ways I think you can take this deck as well. It is pretty reminiscent to a lot of commanders we see in these colors. Pretty much anything that has to do with lands in green and black at this point is going to be recurring them from your graveyard in some way. I'm not sure this is going to be the commander you look for if you're looking for a 3-color deck to recur lands out of your graveyard, but if it is, I think this card is pretty powerful and will make a big impact. I think the art also looks sick on these, as they've been doing with most of the recent precons. The commanders in them are that borderless treatment, and those pretty much always look excellent. Those are really the main things that I missed out of the main set and the commander decks. There is one more super exciting thing I missed though, and that is the fact that we are getting the Stellar Sights bonus sheet. And the only card that we have spoiled for that so far is Mutavault. If you don't know what Mutavault is, it is a land that you can tap for colorless, or you can pay 1 and it becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types until end of turn. This is kind of like the gold standard for creature lands. It is a pretty expensive card as well, and the art, as with all of these, looks absolutely incredible. Again, if you're more into that sci-fi thing, you're probably going to like it more than if you aren't. but this is a land I'm pretty excited to see being reprinted again. My assumption, and I haven't seen either way on this, I didn't watch the actual panel, is that these Stellar Sights cards are not going to be standard legal. That's what we've typically seen with these bonus sheet cards. But this is going to be something that Commander players and people from Eternal formats are going to go out and buy packs for. I'm hopeful to see some even bigger reprints as well. Mutavault isn't a card that I feel goes in every deck, particularly in Commander, where having that 2/2 creature isn't the biggest steal. But this definitely goes in one of my decks. I play it in one of my decks right now, so getting another reprint of it is a pretty nice thing to have happen. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this today. Again, sorry that I missed out on these. I'll probably upload this pretty quickly after the first video, just so our viewers have the entire capacity of what we know so far from Edge of Eternities. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll catch you later.